Kwa hivyo nikiona rais nimwambie aje. Ndona rais Mheshimiwa William Ruto mwele hata.
Kindiki was supposed to be the safe choice. The Deputy President, William Ruto, could actually control.
Sasa niko na deputy.
But right now, in 2026, something has changed.
Najua tumeongezeka, kina Oparanya wamekuja, wamekaribishwa, lakini hatutoki, hatuwezi waondokea.
The man who was never supposed to be a problem is starting to look like one.
You don't build a house, complete it, furnish it, and then you abandon it.
By the end of this video, I'm going to show you why insiders now believe Kindiki's political future is weaker today than at any point since he took office.
William Ruto is done with you. Not only is he done with you, he's done with the mountain. He's given up hope.
Stick with me, because this story starts back in 2022 with a vote that almost didn't go Ruto's way.
Alikuwa anataka kula ya mlima ndio aipate akaniweka. Si ati alinipatia. Si alikuwa anataka kuweka hii kiti akakwama, akaona hawezi pata kiti.
If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
For close to 15 hours, the leaders were in and out of negotiations that centered between Rigathi Gachagua and Professor Kindiki.
When this administration was fighting to come to power, William Ruto faced one of the biggest headaches of his political life. He had to choose between two very different men.
So yesterday we have an intensive meeting that lasted 17 hours.
One he could control.
So sisi ni watu ya kusema yes.
One who could control the ground.
Ate Soprano, mtu bonoko, ate ashidana na Rigiji. Akienda mkutano, akipewa kuongea, anaanza, ni fire, si fire.
The two front-runners, Kindiki and Gachagua, earlier on in the day, departing from these premises without uttering a word to any of the people who were gathered outside here.
When his allies sat down to vote on who his running mate should be, they didn't pick the ground man. They picked the man they believed Ruto could control, Kindiki.
In the vote count, Professor Kindiki garnered 23 votes, Rigathi Gachagua 4, Justin Muturi 2, Anne Waiguru 1, and one spoilt vote that went to Musalia Mudavadi, who was not among the candidates.
Kindiki reportedly won that internal vote. I hear it had to be repeated more than once before the result stuck.
Kindiki was leading with 3 percentage points.
But William Ruto overruled his own people. He rejected Kindiki.
Deputy President akasimama akasema, sasa mmesikia vile Kindiki na Rigiji amesema, I want your assurance, all of you individually, that whatever decision I make, we shall all abide by it.
In picking Rigathi Gachagua, Ruto is said to be keen on Gachagua's shrewd mobilization skills.
That single decision would go on to define his entire presidency. Because as much as Gachagua was brilliant at gathering votes, he was also, very quickly, going to become a threat.
Even sometimes William Ruto would shout at me, I shout back. What? Kwani?
That was one of those moments where we had that you banged the table.
He bangs the table for me, I bang it back.
According to Gachagua himself, the president wanted a yes man. Gachagua says he could never be that.
Nobody pushes me around. I cannot be pushed around by anybody.
And because he couldn't, he had to go.
Yule mwingine tulifukuza yeye kwa sababu ni mwizi.
Junet would later claim that members of parliament were allegedly paid significant sums to remove Gachagua.
Huyu Gachagua, wacha nipatie story bana. Tumefukuza yeye kasi. Na unajua waziri, wakati tulikuwa tunafukuza Gachagua kasi, kuna kitu ilitembea hapo huko bunge. Wacha niseme ukweli. Kuna kitu ilitembea nini?
I didn't know President William Ruto can be that vicious.
And just like that, the man who controlled the ground was out.
I am shocked by how vicious a man I helped to be president could be so vicious against me when I'm literally fighting for my life in hospital.
And the man Ruto could control, Kindiki, was finally in.
I assume as Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
For a moment, it looked like William Ruto had pulled it off.
Thank you.
He'd had his cake and eaten it too. Except, you can't actually do that. Not in politics. or at least not for long.
Nimepata habari vile walikuwa wananikosea heshima au Wakalenjin wameanza kumtesa huyu Kindiki hapa kumkosea heshima.
Gachagua didn't disappear, he got stronger. Today, some argue he's one of the most powerful political forces in the country.
Gachagua, and I've been telling people, Gachagua is now becoming Raila.
Larger than life.
Yeah, larger than life. Where he is, everybody is nothing.
A man who has reportedly given the president sleepless nights for close to 2 years now.
It's also true that Wamunyoro is the voice of that region in terms of his political impact.
And Kindiki? He became exactly what he was chosen to be.
So sisi ni watu ya kusema yes.
Anaitwa Mr. Yesa. Wewe soprano. Wewe soprano.
For a while, that was enough. Then Ruto hit a wall. Because being loyal isn't the same as being useful.
Wengi tunamjua Kindiki kama kiongozi ambaye ni mpole. Basi kutranslate hiyo upole into votes inaweza kuwa pia ni kibarua kigumu sana.
And there's one thing Ruto now needs more than loyalty. Votes. He needs votes. A lot of them.
Ati Nairobi mnasemaje? Ati Nairobi mnasemaje? Hebu nione watu wa tutam hapo tutam.
2027 is coming. And if Ruto wants a second term, he needs someone next to him who can actually deliver a region.
Swali ni kwamba nikimbakisha Kindiki, am I even sure kwamba hata hizo za Mount Kenya East nitazipata? Because yesterday nilikuwa naangalia Rigathi Gachagua alikuwa katika maeneo ya Meru jana, and you could see how the crowd was charged to what he was saying. Of course we understand kwamba crowd does not translate to votes exactly, but you can tell, you know unaweza eleza from the feelings za crowd kwamba how do they relate to the speaker.
Suddenly, a deputy you can control but who can't move a crowd starts to look like a liability.
Mistaki jamii yetu itengane. We are one people. I don't want to see our community talking in different languages. We are one people.
Mount Kenya is not a region any Kenyan president can afford to lose. It helped make Ruto deputy president twice under Uhuru Kenyatta. It helped make him president in 2022.
Mimi nauliza nyinyi, ndio mimi nikuwe rais. Si nyinyi mlinipigia kura? Yaani mnafikiri mimi nitakuwa mjinga niwache watu walinipigia kura niende nitafutane na watu wa pumbavu?
So now ask yourself the question, what does Ruto do? If he fires Kindiki, that's bad, because it tells the country that maybe Gachagua was never the actual problem. Maybe the common denominator in all of this was Ruto. But if he keeps Kindiki, that's bad too, because the only way to know for certain whether Kindiki can deliver votes in 2027 is after the election. By then, it's too late to fix it.
A very difficult position for President William Ruto to make, to decide either I'm going for Joho, either I'm going for Paranya, either I'm going for Gladys Wanga, or I stick to Kindiki.
That is the trap William Ruto has built for himself.
That's the headline you'll be waking up to tomorrow. Kindiki stripped, sidelined.
Multiple reports, including one from KTN, suggest Kindiki is becoming less and less useful to the president. Or maybe more accurately, less and less valuable.
Confidential documents obtained by KTN reveal a process that has placed Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi at the center of intergovernmental relations, a role previously associated with Kindiki's office, just months before the country enters another intense political cycle.
His official responsibilities appear to have shrunk. To many, that's a signal, a sign that confidence in him is fading.
Kindiki got no powers. Hadi ya budget ya ofisi yake. Hadi ya ni flower girl. Everything is operated from State House.
Instead, he's been sent out on the road, running what the government calls empowerment programs, which, to a lot of Kenyans, look a lot like campaign stops with a government logo on them.
Bottom up in the books, but trickle down on the ground. Empowerment programs have become a chorus that government-allied politicians sing only too well.
There have even been reports that his helicopter travel expenses have now exceeded the president's own.
The office of the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki once again found itself on the spot as lawmakers raised concerns over what they described as excessive and inadequately accounted for flight expenditure, as flagged by the Office of the Auditor General.
So here's the real question. has Kindiki quietly stopped being deputy president and become Ruto's chief campaigner instead?
The events are attended by a sea of people and the money collected from the top echelons in colossal sums.
Leaders from ODM have made their position clear. If they're going to back Ruto in the next election, the deputy president slot is non-negotiable.
We have decided as a party we're going to campaign alongside our brothers and sisters of UDA as President Ruto is going for the presidency. We will also go for the deputy as a party. That's the position. It's clear.
So now Ruto is facing a real political gamble. Does he stay loyal to Mount Kenya? Or does he pivot to the ODM coalition, which isn't just Nyanza? Remember, it's Nyanza, Western Kenya, the coast, Maasai Land, and more.
The assurance we want to give the country, we will form the next government.
If Ruto is serious about what some have called the tyranny of small number strategy,
dear sir, forget the Kikuyus. You don't need to be big everywhere. You just need to be strong in small places that matter.
consolidating that coalition might require sacrificing Mount Kenya's seat at the table, the seat Kindiki currently holds. And nobody understands the value of that Mount Kenya vote better than William Ruto himself.
Yana mnafikiri mimi nitakuwa mjinga niwache watu wanipigia kura niende nitafutane na watu wa pumbavu?
So can one of the most gifted political strategists in Kenya find a way to trade Mount Kenya for ODM and still win? That's the bet. And nobody knows yet if it pays off.
If I was Professor Kindiki, I would start looking for a way to pack my bags because ile madhara wataanza kuonyesha. Remember, they have taken out some responsibilities that he had, and those responsibilities have been given to his earthquakeness, Musalia Mudavadi.
Here's what we do know. Kindiki's safe zone is shrinking, and the recent by-election didn't help.
Ngojeni, iko by-election inakuja Olkalao, Nyandarua. Tutakutana na huyo mwanaume hapo Nyandarua.
He'd promised to hand Gachagua a real political defeat there, and he didn't deliver.
So, Bwana fake deputy president, this young man you sent back to the village has been sent back to the capital city by the people of Olkalao.
Kindiki himself has said he's ready to fight for his place.
Najua tumeongezeka, kina Oparanya wamekuja, wamekaribishwa, lakini hatutoki, hatuwezi waondokea.
Kindiki was never a politician by trade. He was a lawyer who had politics forced onto him. And if Kindiki doesn't make it onto the ticket in 2027, or doesn't survive what comes before it, I think most people will land on the same verdict. He fought. He just wasn't built for this fight.
So we're Professor, you are our son. I want to tell you because you're our son. Ukipata shida hapo mbele, because utapata. Welcome back home.
So what do you think Ruto will do? Will he gamble on ODM, or will he protect Mount Kenya by keeping Kindiki? Drop your prediction in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.